In this video, I'm going to teach you two different hypnosis inductions, so make sure you stay to the end because they're both slightly different and you can learn them all through Zoom and you can learn them very easily, so make sure you follow along.
So why don't you try and pull that hand down and notice what happens? It's as if there's resistance. One hand is completely stuck while the other is completely elevated in the air. Put your hands out flat on the desk. Get yourself comfortable in the chair. And now I just want you to stare at something on the screen, just one thing, and make sure you keep your eyes completely focused on that one thing on the screen. Can you do that for me? Just nod your head. There we go. Just take a deep breath in, Matt. Breathe out and let go and keep completely focused. Because when you stay focused on that one thing, Matt, you can notice the sound of my voice, your breath, and what your eyes are focused on. And it's as if when you focus, you relax, don't you? There you go. So what has to happen for you to relax even more? Do you have to breathe deeper? Do your eyes have to close? There you go. And you can feel yourself relaxing even more. Because when you feel yourself, Matt, relaxing even more, can you take an even deeper breath in? And breathe out and let it all go this time. And can you notice yourself being as if you're being dragged back to your chair? And it's as if your hands are drifting away down towards your lap from your table, slowly. There you go. Down to your lap. Completely relaxing. And what happens as you feel the chair beneath you? As you breathe deeply, and as you hear the sound of my voice. How much does it help you relax? Now, there you go. Absolutely perfect, Matt. And it's as if when you're in this trance state now, you can learn the hypnotic language that I'm using very easily. Because your mind can remember very simply. When I say it's as if you learn faster, you know which part of the statement you can use when you induce people into hypnosis. Because as you drift down, Matt, as you let go, you can find your mind drifting deeper now. And even in the pauses, Matt, just notice the trance. And notice what the trance can do. How heavy, how powerful it really is. Maybe just as heavy as your hands on your lap. Or maybe they are even heavier. just like they've got 200-pound weights attached to them. You cannot move your hands. And what you'll notice, Matt, is the more that you try to move your hands, the more stuck they feel to your legs. And you notice this weird sensation. How powerful your mind is to stick your hands to your legs. And even though this is a weird sensation, this is also very enjoyable, isn't it? There you go. And Matt, when I count to 3, your eyes will open. But what you'll notice is your hands are stuck. Completely stuck to your legs. 1, as you feel that energy coming back, you notice how stuck your hands are. But 2, you go to focus towards your eyes and you miss the stuck feeling in your hands. And 3, open your eyes, but notice that your hands are completely stuck to your legs.
They feel heavy.
They feel really heavy, don't they? And notice what happens to your left hand when I click my finger. Notice how light that left hand feels.
Yeah.
Notice that you can now move that left hand, but the right hand's still stuck. And you can notice how the sensation is in that left hand, right?
It's like it feels like that frozen sort of thing.
There you go. So that frozen feeling is what's happening in that right hand, isn't it? And look what happens when you touch that right hand. It doesn't feel like it's your hand. But then notice what happens when I click my finger. The right hand can also move as well. Interesting.
Yeah, that was yeah. That reminds me a lot of like yeah, like the feet stuck and all that. Sort of like the similar vibe. Oh, that was good. Yeah.
Cool. And anyone watching this right now can see the bit of the daze that's going on in your mannerisms right now. It's like that.
Yeah.
That was super weird. That's super weird. Also super cool. I'm also confused. I'm also intrigued. Like there's so much going on in your mind with that. Feet flat on the floor. And then put your hands like this. And put your hands like this. And in a moment, Matt, I'm going to get you to open your fingers. Not now, in a moment. And I want you to just stare at the gap in between your fingers. Can you do that? Perfect.
Yeah.
Take a deep breath in. Open your fingers and just stare at that gap. Keep focused. Keep completely focused. And notice it's as if you've got 2 of the world's strongest magnets on each fingertip. Keep completely focused on that gap. And notice the fingers being drawn in together. Because those magnets are becoming stronger and stronger. And the more you try and resist the magnets, the stronger they become, don't they? And it's as if eventually they will close. And just by them closing, you'll notice your eyes close and you go straight into a state of hypnosis. There you go. And you can notice those fingers locking together, gluing together, sticking together. There you go, locking together, gluing together, sticking together. Because when you really focus on just that point with your eyes closed, just take your focus and intention to the point of the tips of your fingers and notice how stuck they feel. Notice what happens when you try to pull them apart. You just can't. They are stuck. And I want you to allow that hypnosis, Matt, to run from your fingertips to your hands, from your hands to your elbows, from your elbows to your shoulders, and from the top of your head all the way down to the bottom of your feet. Noticing how easy it is for you to drift into a state of hypnosis. So easy and so relaxed. So easy and so completely relaxed. Now, just by breathing, just by focusing. And what you can notice, Matt, is now your hands can completely come apart and drift down to the desk, taking as long as you need. There you go. And as you breathe in and breathe out, it's as if your hands are sticking to the desk now. And you just can't move those hands. But you'll notice that you can open your eyes, can't you? But you can't move those hands. It's as if they're stuck. And you can't move those hands. And even if you try to move those hands, the more you try, the heavier they become. There you go. You can notice it, can't you? Now, which one of your hands feels the most stuck? Is it the left or the right?
Right.
There you go. And when you notice that, notice how easy it is for you to lift the left hand. But the right one is completely stuck. So what happens when you focus on that right hand and you focus on your middle finger knuckle, staying completely focused? Just notice what happens to it. There you go. It's as if the right hand has a mind of its own. And even though it's so heavy and you can't move it, notice it's starting to lift slowly off the table. And it's as if it's doing it all by itself. There you go. Just notice the sensations. Just be open to what's happening. There you go. You're doing absolutely perfect. And as this right hand begins to move, maybe you forgot that the left hand's now stuck as well. There you go. And when you focus on the left, the right can still continue to move up, as if it's drifting up towards your face. Slowly. There you go. There you go. Doing absolutely perfect. So when that right hand eventually reaches your chin, there you go. You don't have to try. There you go. You notice how stuck your left hand feels. And it's as if you want me to high five you right now. So why don't you try and pull that hand down and notice what happens? It's as if there's resistance. One hand is completely stuck, while the other is completely elevated in the air. Now notice what happens when I clap my hands. All the suggestions are completely gone and your hands are perfectly free.
That was cool.
So for anyone watching, can you see the confusion in Matt's face, but also the intrigue of how cool it is?
That's like, yeah, like with the stuck fingers at the start, I noticed I could like feel the pulse in my fingertips, and it was like synced up, and it was like,
Exactly.
and then with like hands on the desk, it feels like, you know, when you like squeeze something for too long, like a barbell, and it's like hard to open your fingers. It was like that. Like it was like hard to move my fingers. Yeah.
There you go.